Hello there, speed duelists, and welcome back to another tournament review. Today we have tournament Speed Duel Showdown 152. We had 9 players, so let's look at some of the matches. First up we have Dank memes versus that guy. And you know that guy, he's always on dice. And Dank memes is on the Heart of a Warrior deck with the Carbonetals. So that guy will be starting off with the skill, searching the dice spoon and setting the volcanic shell as a bit of protection. Dank meme's going to fire off the cosmic cyclone after bringing out the Guiltia, so that's a bit of a weird sequencing, but doesn't matter against the dice deck. Going to set 2 cards and attack over the volcanic shell. Yeah, it's always a volcanic shell whenever they set something, right? Here is volcanic shell's effect. Going to pay 500 to add another copy. And Snipe Hunter comes down, but the summon gets negated by Champion's Vigilance. So that is game 1 very quickly to Dank memes. In game 2, that guy makes Dank memes go first. And Dank memes has the heat wave. 10 players will know this card. And is going to discard the Serpent Knight Dragon to bring out the Guiltia. So that guy won't be able to OTK using the White Armed Dragon. But unfortunately, Dank memes cannot put enough pressure on the field to attack for game. So that guy will get another turn. In the end phase, will activate Dice Swoon, rolls a 1, but uses the skill to reroll and gets the 5. Must be nice. And that's not looking good for Dank memes. That guy uses the best card in Speed Duel, Melody of Awakening Dragon, discarding a White Armed Dragon to search 2 more copies, and will be able to bring it out by banishing 1 from the graveyard. White Veil is added. Foolish Burial sends Volcanic Shell, so that guy gets another shell to the hands. And now is going to enter the battle phase, clear both monsters, and yeah, I'm afraid this is lights out for Dank memes. He's gonna try, summon the Flame Swordsman. And on res, the Medora gets used, shuffling back the Carbonettal. So right now, I don't think there's anything that Dank memes could still do or top deck to get out of this situation, especially since that guy has a enemy controller set, which we are going to see. Yeah, enemy controller, take control of the Guiltia and attack for game. Let's head into the 3rd game of this first match. And we see Dank memes once again having the heat wave. So pretty lucky, and the Carbonettal. So it's gonna use the heat wave, then discard Carbonettal. But that guy has the DD Crow. Very cool to counter this deck, because it will also prevent the opponent from setting up, Champion's Vigilance. Here is a Foolish Burial to add a Volcanic Shell that they can then set to cushion the blow a bit. But here is another heat wave, and that is going to be the eventual nail in the coffin. But that guy is only at 1650. So this Dice Spoon, although rolling a 5, is not going to be saving that guy. So this dice player is out of the tournament, and some of you might be happy to hear that he was the only dice player in this week's tournament. So no more dice matches, no dice mirrors. Instead we have Evil Hero Dark Gaia taking on Dank memes in his top 8 match. Here is Serpent Knight Dragon, set enemy controller and Cosmic, but here Domoski just opening the nuts, using double Night Beam to snipe the back row cards, using the skill to search for Dark Fusion, and that brings out evil hero Dark Gaia with 7,800 attack points, I think. No, 7,500, but still, that's a lot. And when it attacks, it switches the guys to attack position. So swift game 1 for Domoski. Game 2, Domoski just opens up all of his back row removal, and Dank memes made him go first. So yeah, Heat Wave to disrupt the combo for next turn. So Dank memes gets all the time he needs to set up. Garmageddon banishing itself to special summon the Serpent Knight Dragon and getting in the first damage. But Domoski, yeah, is just gonna scoop it up. He's under Heat Wave, and even if he wasn't, he would have no way to, you know, summon out his guy. But here, Dank memes once again has the Heat Wave, he has the Vigilance, but no way to make it live, so he's just gonna have to pass turn. And unfortunately, Dank memes just coming short. That's 3,700 damage. He has to summon in defense mode with Garmageddon, and does have 2 back row, enemy controller and the Vigilance. But Domoski once again, double Night Beam, uses the skill to search for Dark Fusion and bring it out. Not 1, but 2 Dark Gaias with 7,500 attack points. That's a lot of damage, as the kids would say. We are going to another top 8 match. We have a JRock versus myself, and we are both on a very unorthodox decks. I'm on the Legendary Ocean deck with Bountiful Ocean as a skill, and JRock is on Neos Patience. My opening hand is not great, but yeah, in hindsight, maybe I should have set the Submarine Roids. But JRock has Prisma and EN Shuffle. So Prisma going to send the Dolphin to the grave, and EN Shuffle is gonna put back the Prisma to summon out a Neos from the deck. So right off, I'm faced with a big monster on the opposing side of the field. My hand is a bit weak, and I'm still going to snipe with Cosmic Cyclone. I thought difference between 500 and 1500, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Having to use Monster Reborn to muster up some defenses and set the Yomi ship. But here, JRock is gonna go to Fusion Town. He's gonna summon Prisma, which becomes Grand Mole and now makes the Grand Neos. Oh, just one of them. Yeah, indeed. Grand Neos bounces back the Yomi ship. He could have done something cute and put the Aqua Dolphin back in his own hand, but maybe he saw the Yomi ship coming. Who knows? Anyway, here he has the Grand Mole summoned, which is going to allow him to go for Grand Neos and bounce my Yomi ship. But I have Wabuku, which gives me one more turn to live, at least. I decide to try to build an offensive attack with Submarine Roids. But yeah, JRock has Night Beam, kills my Book of Moon, attacks over my Submarine Roids, and I draw, unfortunate, a dead Mobius. So here I'm finally setting the Yomi ship, and yeah, JRock is gonna just summon Grand Neos again and bounce the Yomi ship to my hand. GG for him in game 1. In game 2, I make him go first, and my hand is better for going second. He has a Hero Lives, summoning out Prisma from the deck. It's going to change its name to Neos. And then JRock uses Monster Reborn to bring out Neos. So first I'm going to activate Source of Revealing Light, maybe baiting out the Champion's Vigilance. It's not there. I can summon my Tribe Infecting Virus and clear the warriors. And JRock is going to draw another Neos, but yeah. Maybe he could have set Prisma and that would have walled him for another turn, but yeah, it's tough to play for him with the Source of Revealing Light on the field. we are heading into game number 3. Here I'm forced to go first, and yeah, my opening hand, I do have the Ocean. I'm going to activate that and normal summon my big salmon. But JRock can use his skill to special summon Neos from his hand. Normal summon Grand Mole to make Grand Neos. And yeah, uses Book of Moon, then the Grand Neos effect. He kind of mixed that up, but I helped him set it straight. This Grand Neos will connect. In the end phase, goes back to the extra deck. But JRock summons Neos thanks to his skill card. Here I'm messing up. Yeah, in hindsight, I should have just summoned Salmon and attack over the Neos. But I try to be cute, bring out my tribe. It gets negated, but I have Monster Reborn to bring it back. I'm unfortunately not on a Delevia Dragon Daedalus. Maybe I should be on one copy of that. That would have helped out immensely here. But I'm going to discard the fish to destroy warriors. I'm gonna use my skill to add the fish back to hand. But yeah, very unfortunate. JRock just draws a Monster Reborn. So I think he revealed the wrong fusion there, but shouldn't matter. He has more than enough attack power to attack for game. I picked one more top 8 feature match. And it's JustAsuza versus Diego CFC 29. And Diego is on Iron Grid and JustAsuza on her typical Battle City Siren deck. Gearfried going to attack the baby dragon, and best recruiter in the format. It will allow JustAsuza to summon out her Gearfrieds, and the baby gets equipped, which triggers the Gearfrieds, allowing it to shoot the offerings, and it was set in this turn. It's still Diego's end phase, so the offerings will not be able to be chained. The baby dragon adds a black metal dragon that is gonna equip to Gearfried. And Diego is behind massively. The Fossil Dyna would have been able to clear the Gearfried, but there is yeah, the Blast with Chain, such a strong card. And still, no foil upgrades. JustAsuza attacking in with the Gearfrieds. And in the battle phase, using Red Eye Spirit to bring back the baby. So JustAsuza convincingly winning game 1. Game 2 is up next. Diego choosing to go first, looks like. So establishing... no, it is JustAsuza who gets to go first. Okay. Gonna set the baby, set a whole lot of back row. And there's a Mind Crush, but she cannot activate that without any cards in her hand. So this will have to get rewinded. Yep, okay. Reinforcements of the army being activated, searching out Gearfried the Iron Knights, which is going to be summoned, and attacks over the baby. But JustAsuza uses Double Cyclone to destroy her Dead Mind Crush and Sol and Luna. And now the baby has a free range to special summon the Gearfrieds equipped to it that will pop the back row and search out the Black Metal Dragon. So now JustAsuza can make her Gearfried stronger than the regular Gearfried. And yeah, I think Diego is gonna have very few outs, and let's see whether he can draw one of them. But Grand Convergence is not one of them. So JustAsuza will advance to the top 4. First top 4 match, we have Delicatus versus Domoski 98. We are going to see Delicatus as a version of the Joey deck versus the evil hero Dark Gaia. Domoski forced to go first, cannot do anything, so he's just gonna set. Just gonna pass turn even. Delicatus going to use that opportunity to bring out his red eyes, set some back row, and poking in with Guiltia. So here we're going to see Night Beam destroying the Blastoise Chain and another Night Beam for the Vigilance. And he's just going to set one card. Unfortunately, Delicatus bringing out the second Guiltia. That is too much for Domoski's set Vortex Trooper to handle. So let's go to game 2. This time Domoski can force Delicatus to go first. And his hand isn't amazing, it seems. He's just gonna set the Gear Feed, set a few back row cards. Galaxy Cyclone going to snipe one of them, the Blastoise Chain. So now there is only a dead Champion's Vigilance. And Domoski, yeah, he could have used his skill to grab Dark Fusion, but he has 2 Fiends and needs a Fiend and a Rock. So now Delicatus is just going to set a card. That Mind Crush is gonna get sniped. Vortex Trooper to defense mode, set another copy. And unfortunately, attacking over these troopers is gonna net Domoski 2 cards. So there is the Rock Monster. There's a Night Beam for good measure. And yeah. Now Domoski is gonna use his skill to search for Dark Fusion and just brings out the 6400 Evil Hero Dark Gaia. So more than enough attack points to attack for game. Here we see Domoski setting a monster. And you might have seen what it is. It's very hype. Delicatus is going to set 3 and run his Gear Feed into Absorbing Jar, which is going to destroy the entire back row. And Delicatus gets to draw 3 cards, but yeah, the back row is gone. So let's see. Yeah, Domoski just has to pass. Unfortunately, he could have used Dark Calling, I think, from your hand and or graveyard. So could have done so using the Absorbing Jar in the graveyard. That wouldn't have been game, but yeah, it would have cost Delicatus some very specific cards to get rid of that. Now Delicatus is going to discard the Medora. Good to have that engraved to prevent the Dark Calling. So Domoski going to snipe a Blastoise Chain. Using the skill, searching the Dark Fusion that fuses from the hand or fields. And then activating the Dark Calling, I believe. But Delicatus has the Medora as a chain, so that can put back both of Domoski's monsters. And yeah, in the hand we see that Domoski cannot resolve the Dark Calling. So that is GG's to Delicatus. We have one of our finalists. As for the other top 4 match, we have a JRock with the Neospatians taking on JustAsuza's Red Eyes Control, Battle City Siren, whatever you want to call this. Asuza seeing the Neospatian skill, not gonna commit any monsters. And JRock seeing this and going all in on the offensive. Special summoning Prisma with Hero Lives, normal summoning Grand Mole, and using E and Shuffle to tag out Grand Mole for Neos. So that's a swift game 1 to JRock's Neospatian deck. Next up we are going to see JustAsuza with the big bad Fossil Dyna. Very notably, JustAsuza chose to go first. And yeah, although JRock has the Prisma, JustAsuza has the Book of Moon to counter that. So yeah, now Fossil Dyna can attack over the Prisma. And we see in JRock's hand that he has a no outs to the Fossil Dyna. So very unfortunate. And we see JustAsuza adding insult to injury using Mind Crush to call the Prisma, which is one of the few outs to Fossil Dyna. Grand Mole is not a clean out, since yeah, it does use up your battle phase. And now we see Asuza opening with the Grand Mole again. And in the draw phase, Mind Crush for the Prisma. So very, very unfortunate for JRock there. Fossil Dyna destroying his chances 2 games in a row. But that does mean that he can go on to the finals. We have JustAsuza versus Delicatus, a match we've seen often before on this channel. Delicatus gonna crash his Medora into the Fossil Dyna. JustAsuza bluffing the Unbreakable Spirit, going to attack with Fossil Dyna. And yeah, very awkward for Delicatus. I think he falls for the Unbreakable Spirit bluff, right? Ah, but no, he had a Blast with Chain, which can be used in a damage step when Gearfried is attacked. But JustAsuza just has a way around it and has the Shield Crush. And you see Delicatus has no back row that protects him from these 2 attacks. So game 1 very swiftly goes to Asuza. And it looks like she is forced to go first, but she has 2 back row, and now she does have the Unbreakable Spirit. Unfortunately, she makes a bit of a misplay here and activates it on the attack declaration. Well, yeah, it can be used in a damage step, so bit of a misser here, but I think Delicatus would have used the Book of Moon on the attack declaration or in the battle step regardless. Asuza has the Red Eyes Baby Dragon, but thanks to the Blast with Chain, Delicatus is just able to pop that. So unfortunately, JustAsuza, it's gonna be tough for her to come back from this position. What would she have to draw to get out of this? There's a Book of Moon and a reinforcement. And yeah, the second Black Metal Dragon is not gonna help her here. Game number 3, final game of this tournament. And we see Asuza opening with double Fossil Dyna, going to normal summon that and set 2. And in the draw phase, going to snipe one of the outs to Fossil Dyna, namely the Gearfried. But Delicatus just using reinforcement of the army to search another copy and is going to summon that out and try to attack over the Fossil Dyna, but there is the Unbreakable Spirit. And is this it? There is a Gearfried, and yeah, Delicatus has no way to stop it. So here we have JustAsuza attacking for game and winning this week's Speedball Showdown 252. Guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I was Ryan Atlas. Bye.